For more on Tesla's challenges, I'm joined live from Los Angeles by Danilo Kawasaki, co-founder, vice president, and COO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the company's plan to finally turn a profit, and how achievable do you think it is?
I hate to be the bearer of good news, but this quarter and the conference call was actually pretty good. Elon kind of changed his tone for this conference call and was much more patient, answering questions and even apologizing to some of the analysts. Elon has a plan, he has a vision, and he's executing it. It takes time, and investors sometimes are too short-sighted. His plan is to be profitable in this next quarter coming up, and in the fourth quarter as well. And that's just from ramping up production. The Model 3 has been exceptional. People are really raving about the car, and they seem to be doing better with production, hitting 5,000 Model 3s per week. His goal is to do 50 to 55,000 Model 3s in the next quarter. And if he hits those numbers, he can turn a profit and be cash flow positive.
Now, there was some concern that there was a bit of a crunch to really try and meet those deadlines. So what's the likelihood in terms of profitability that it will happen this year, as Musk is predicting?
Tesla is a promissory company. They do make a lot of promises, and I think they have the right intentions. And sometimes things just don't work out the way you want. Building a car company from scratch is not an easy fit. And, Elon is doing, again, a phenomenal job at running the company. The key to profitability is continue to execute on his plan. He is cutting CapEx by about $900 million this year. He cut the workforce by about 9%. He has great margins on the cars that he's selling right now. This is why he's focusing on the high-end Model 3s. If he does 5,000 Model 3s per week and about 2,000 Model S and X, he will be profitable.
Now, a lot of people are wondering, why are investors still so strong on Elon Musk, considering it's not profitable? And what happens if that faith in Musk tends to run out?
Elon Musk is one of those kind of like celebrity-like CEOs, and he's got his following. And he also has a lot of haters and a lot of people betting against him. He's under a lot of pressure. He also runs 3 other companies. So it's a lot to handle for one person. I think he has 5 kids too, so I can't imagine that. But, he is the innovator, maybe one of the biggest innovators of our time. And our planet needs him to succeed in trying to solve pollution problems, global warming, and things like that. This partnership with China is a great example. It's a perfect match to open a gigafactory in Shanghai and start producing cars locally to reduce the cost and to be able to meet the demand.
And there's certainly no shortage of ambition. We know that Tesla has several projects in the works. You mentioned the plants in China, also plans for Europe, a new semi-truck, a roadster sports car, and a Model Y crossover vehicle. But does the company risk spreading itself too thinly?
That's how Elon Musk operates. He sets out ambitious goals, and then he does what he needs to do to attain them. And this is why, he's sleeping in the factory and calling his employees to work 7 days a week. It's not easy to break into an industry as competitive as the car industry. I myself personally, I'm a firm believer that he will achieve these goals. In full disclosure, I have shares in Tesla. My firm owns shares in Tesla. But, regardless of that, I think he's on the right track.
So in terms of your long-term outlook for Tesla and their global expansion plans, what's your take?
As a long-term investor, we're looking 3, 4, 5 years out. I think his plan is very doable. If he can turn a profit starting in the next quarter, at least break even, become cash flow positive. He has great plans for the Shanghai plant. It's a partnership with China. He has secured financing for that. So Tesla won't be needing to put any money soon into that plant. That's how you can scale and produce 250,000 cars, 350,000 cars. In the call, he mentioned his ambitious goal of making 1 million cars by 2020. I apply a Elon Musk discount to everything he says. So if he does 700,000 cars, I'll be very happy by 2020.
An Elon Musk discount. I like that. Thank you so much, Danilo Kawasaki of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management.